Hey, y'all doing? This Rob Burnham, AKA Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of Richard TV 91. This time I'm doing another movie reviews, and this time I'm reviewing The Scorpion King. What The Scorpion King is about Matthias, and he's an Arcadian, and him, his brother, and there's one more Arcadian with him. I think it's the last of their kind, and they get hired by this band of I don't want to call them kingdoms. I think they're kind of like little bitty villages or whatever, and this big warlord is trying to take them over, and they pay Matthias and them to get those warlord's sorceress away from them, and that way they can defeat the warlord. Well, what happens is one of the chiefs of these one of these little villages or whatever, his son betrays Matthias and his brother and the other Arcadian. And Matthias's brother and the other Arcadian winds up getting killed by the warlord. And Matthias gets put to death because the sorceress says that the warlord or none of his men can kill Matthias because the god's wrath will be on him or whatever. So they bury Matthias to his head up and set a whole horde of fire ants on him. And this horse thief is there as well, and Matthias gets the horse thief to save him that way. And the horse thief said he'll save him if you'll let me go on your journey and be your liege or whatever. And Matthias agrees to this, so they go, and Matthias tries to still get the sorceress, and he winds up getting the sorceress. And the warlord is going to kill everybody unless the sorceress come back. So the sorceress goes back to the warlord, and he gives her a test to see if she's still a sorceress, because if she winds up not being a virgin no more, she doesn't get her psychic powers or premonitions or whatever. So he gives her a test or whatever, and she fails it because her and Matthias got together. But she's still able to get one snake and try to hit the warlord with it, but that doesn't work. Then Matthias and all his allies show up and go up against the warlord, and Matthias and the warlord have this infight, and Matthias is able to kill him and become the king. And earlier in the movie, he got poisoned by scorpion venom, and he survived, and it's become a part of him. And he is able to he becomes king, and